deadline management for multiple applications would be one of the skills that you need to learn, because it is going to be very important to you throughout your application process. And that is setting a personal timeline for when you're going to search for scholarships, when you're going to draft the documents or the essays, and when you are going to make the applications that is being required of you for the specific scholarships. Because you are going to be doing this for several applications, I would expect that you go back to the documentation that we have been discussing about to make sure that you have all these schools written down, their specific requirements also stated, and what you currently do not have that you intend to prepare to meet against the deadlines. So have a template to, let's say, have a table to say that these are my current applications, these are the missing documents, these are the deadlines for applications, and these are the ones I have already finished with the application process and waiting for outcome. If you have these columns of table created, you will be able to move any of these applications throughout the stages, and then it would be easier for you to have this table, whether you create it on your screen, whether you have it in a book or in a note form. It would make it easier for you than just be thinking about it. Which of the applications am I yet to make? Which of the applications have I not started? Which of the applications have a deadline that is very close to the other? And so this is very important for you to learn how to navigate through the application process. So what I would recommend is that you make use of calendars, notification calendars, that is going to send you notification that I need to finish this application by next 2 days. I need to prepare this documentation by next 5 days. I need to submit this application by this deadline. And so making use of notification calendars would be really helpful for you at this stage. These deadline reminders would help you to go through the multiple application process very easy. So having notification from your calendars, using reminders, would ensure that you do not miss any of the deadline of the applications that you make. And so adequate documentation, whether you are keeping it online or electronically, or whether you are writing it in a book or in a note, ensure that you write adequate documentation. This is the first group I've done. These are the requirements, or these are the documents they are requesting for. And this is the next stage in the application process. I have already finished with this application. I'm just waiting for the outcome. This would be the only way you can navigate through the application process. And so I remember during the time I was making my application, I was working at 2 jobs. So what I did was to set reminders and to utilize my calendar to remind me of the next application that I need to make. Any short break that I have, I would quickly review my application and ensure that I submitted all my applications before deadlines. And these are the strategies I applied that helped me throughout my application process. I did an adequate documentation. Every stage of every application, I made sure that I wrote some notes on that so that I wouldn't forget, because I was doing several applications. I also utilized the calendars, reminders, to tell me that, oh, you have an application coming up, you have to review this personal statement by this, you have to check or you have to search for this scholarship by the next, by the following day. And I also made sure that I requested for the recommendation letters a month, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks before the deadline. And I kept on reminding my supervisors at the time and my referees to make sure that they do not ignore or they do not forgo the recommendation. But in all, it would be easier to have a good standard template of your essays, so that you can always tweak some few bits of it to suit the specific application. If you have to write every application statement of purpose, personal statement, some specific essays from the scratch, it would be extremely difficult. With that notwithstanding, there are several other scholarships that would require you to write some essays from the scratch. And that is that about deadline management for multiple applications.